This is Internet Business Mastery, episode 98.
In a world where bosses control your life and thoughts of escape fill your mind, where inspiration seems dead and cynicism rules the masses, you have a desire to break free. You feel the need to take control. Now, there exists a place where the secrets of freedom and wealth are given to those who believe. InternetBusinessMastery.com. Free your mind.
Hello and welcome to Internet Business Mastery Online at InternetBusinessMastery.com. I'm Sterling.
And I'm Jay.
And we're here to help you escape the 9-to-5 and live the lifestyle of your dreams by turning your life's passion into a profitable internet business, even if you're just getting started today. On this episode of Internet Business Mastery, we have an internet success story with Ron Davis, a longtime listener of the show and member of the Academy. And in the quick tip, we're going to share with you one of Ron's recommendations for where he finds virtual assistants. We'd like to remind you that if you'd like to get a jump start on creating your own profitable internet business using our proven system, you can claim your risk-free trial membership to the Internet Business Mastery Academy by going to freeaudiogift.com. So Jay, what's been going on?
The launch. Well, I mean, it's over now by the time this episode goes out. But actually, that's something that I wanted to bring up. I'm sure anybody who listens to the show, follows the blog, is on our email list. You notice that we put out the new our new coaching course, Traffic Attraction Formula. We hadn't done a 8-week style coaching thing since it's been a couple years. I mean, back before the Academy, but we thought it was a good time to maybe try something like that again. And the response has been good. But the thing that I wanted to point out is that, and we may have said this before, but in those times when you see that we are launching something new, and I think you'll be able to tell because we start, it usually starts with something like a survey saying, hey, what do you think of this, or this? Because we're always about, let's find out what the market wants first. And then it starts, just kind of building and building. We'll start releasing some, really cool videos with some great content, or, there'll be, obviously the frequency of emails might pick up for a little while. And the thing that I hope is that, obviously we hope that those who it's a good fit for will buy the coaching program because we put it out there because we've made it to fit the needs of some slice of our audience, of our market. But I think even more so, I hope that even for those who it's not a right fit to buy whatever it is that we're launching at the time, I hope they still pay close attention to the whole launch. Even if they know that they're not going to buy because they're working on something else, finances aren't right now, they have different needs at this moment. We know that it's not going to fit perfectly for everybody, but I hope that even so, you still look at all the emails, look at the pages that we send you to, watch the videos, see what we do in those videos, and glean different ideas and from watching the launch process. There's a huge, that's a course in of itself. Just watching the launch in action as a course in and of itself.
Yeah, there's like 2 lessons going on. The first lesson is what we're teaching you in the audio or
content,
video.
right?
Yeah, in the actual content. And then how we're putting out the content is definitely another complete lesson. And the other thing that, just kind of a secret behind the scenes on this is we always talk about Jeff Walker and his product launch formula and how we've used that over all the years to, launch this. But, Jeff actually had a hand in this actual launch. So you're not only getting what we've learned, but the actual master himself helped us with this. So, that's even taking it to that final level with launches, to have the top guy in the world that does launches was working on this particular one. So it's definitely an awesome lesson to learn on that side of things.
And the other thing I wanted to point out is that Academy members, you can look forward to, and maybe actually by the time this audio comes out or soon thereafter, look forward to some behind the scenes stuff. Lessons learned, and we'll walk back through that launch process and take you behind the scenes of some of those things inside the Academy. So, watch carefully for that, Academy members, and, we'll take you behind the curtain, so to speak. But yeah, so next time you see us doing that kind of a launch, even if you're like, oh, this looks cool, but it's not right for me right now, still pay attention because there's a lot And it's powerful, powerful stuff at play, even if you don't have the ability to do as cool of looking videos as we did on this launch. Even if you don't have, if you're not the best copywriter, have the ability to hire a good copywriter, still the strategies and principles that are at play are so powerful that even if you just do a few of them, you'll get multiplied results out of applying them to your own launches. So there's definitely a lot to be gleaned just by watching what's going on.
Well, and it's funny, just as a complete side note, we had somebody that unsubscribed from our list as we were doing this launch that said, no real content in the emails. And I laughed going, are you insane? Just the actual content was probably the most we've ever given away,
right.
As well as in the videos. And then not to see the strategy we were using to be able to take that information to use on your own stuff, I just was like, man, that person does not get it, and probably is very much better that they aren't learning from us.
Yeah.
So I saw that and just went, wow. They obviously didn't read the email and just saw that they got a couple emails in a day or something and decided to say that. But I was completely blown away by that, going, wow, that's somebody that just didn't get it.
And now, the features segment.
All right, on the line, we've got a long-time listener and Academy member, in fact, one of our community managers, somebody who was involved in the very early days of the Academy and helped set the tone of the community that we've had there from the beginning, something for which we're very grateful, and still is in there often helping out with the Academy members, questions that come in and giving encouragement, and has had quite the interesting route himself in the internet business world. And so we wanted to bring him on for an interview today and have him share some of his experience, both the highs and the lows, because I think there's some really great things we can learn from some of the things that he's put into place. But this is a photographer, but not actually. We're talking about Ron Davis. We got Ron Davis on the line. I guess I should say the name, but he's does photography on the side. Actually comes from a technical field, but I've looked at some of his photos. Very talented photographer, and has made that the niche that he's pursuing online after a brief stint with a video show that he called Distinctions for Life, which was also fun to watch at the time. A long time ago, he won a little contest where we had members of our community members of IBM Internet Business Mastery put together a little video to promote Internet Business Mastery, and he put together a really clever. Maybe we'll have to try to dig that up again. I'm not even sure if it's still online, but he was the winner of that. So he's definitely knows what he's doing when it comes to the visual aspects of photography and video and some cool things like that. But anyway, thanks for joining us, Ron, and we're excited to go ahead and chat with you today about what you've been up to lately.
Thanks for having me. I'm honored to be on the show.
So let's go ahead and start with the usual question that we like to ask. I think people like to hear what has brought you into the world of internet marketing, and kind of what made you want to pursue starting an internet business and get your hand at marketing and promoting yourself online.
Well, what actually happened was I was teaching a class for my church on apologetics, and I was recording it, and I wanted to podcast it, and I had no idea how to podcast. So I put in how to podcast into Google. This was probably about 3 years ago, and the top hit was your site.
Nice.
Explaining how to podcast. And then I started listening to the Podcasting Underground, and then you mentioned Internet Business Mastery, and I started listening to it, and I'm like, wow, you mean you can actually make a living doing this kind of thing and not have to go into an office every day? That would be awesome. And so that's kind of really what got me started in it.